Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to another day in the life of a handyman. Uh, so I'm basically running through here what's been going on. As you can see, the flooring has been taken up, and you can see it to one side being bagged up, and just pointing out how many nails are in the floor. So many nails just for one sheet just being held down. It's unbelievable. And for some reason, there's some paper underneath. Now, I'm not too sure what it was for. If it was just for draft coming up from underneath where the basement is. But we had to take up all the floor. So now you can see we're in the bedroom and we haven't taken up the flooring as of yet. But I'm just pointing out here that somebody has put so much cork here. It is unbelievable. And it wasn't until I actually started to remove the paper in this room uh, to actually uncover the problems that were being faced. It was just terrible. It was crap all the way around the window, all the way around the wall. It was just terrible. So yeah, that all had to go. So that at some point later on in the day did get stripped out, and I'm just showing you what it kind of looked like before and going from there. So this room did get started to strip, and then later on down the line we had a bit of a problem, but I'll come to that in a minute. As you can see, there's a gap in the door, in the window, sorry. And now this is later on down the line, taking up some of the flooring now, and we found this paper again, and you can see clearly where the nails are and everything else. Now, how many nails do you need for a board? That's a good question. But I counted 50 in like one board, which is just a bit crazy. So this is just a little while later on down the line, taking it up. This is day 2 from doing from the front room. So, and now this is where later on during that day I've started to take the wallpaper off to uncover what is going on and what's happening. And then as you can see there's that gap where the cork was kind of filling it. And now kind of just jumping from that day to day 3, but I'm doing it in one part. So this is day 3 for me. We carried on working in the bedroom, and then now we're back in the front room, starting to strip the wallpaper in there as well. All of the floors are getting sanded. The customer doesn't know if they want to paint or leave the floors just natural wood. So we don't know what's going on with that, but we are taking all the wallpaper off. And it is what it is. We're using uh, the Wagner W14 wallpaper stripper, I think it is from memory. I can't fully remember, but that's what we're using. But this room is actually in pretty good condition, and yet the customer still wants all of the paper off. Fair enough, that's what they want. And again, in the hallway, we started taking the wallpaper off, just more to see what the conditions of the wall is like behind. Here it's just like all the paper on the floor. And on this day, I had somebody else working with me. She's very good, and the thing is, we don't have enough female handy people in this industry. But why don't we? Well, we should, and that's the thing. She was fantastic. She just got on with the work. Here, I just basically filled in this gap. Um, it was so deep, it was unbelievable. Here, I put some filler in just to kind of fill in that gap around the window. But as you can see, wallpaper's been taken off as well. So a lot's been going on in a couple of days and everything else. There she is. That's my new employee. She's very good at what she's doing, so I leave her to it. Now, we did run into some problems with this wall. That wall right there is, not only is it bowing, but it also moves quite a bit, and you can see two massive white patches on there. As you can see, I don't know how well you can probably pick it out, but the wall actually does move. And I had to fill in these two patches here because they're whacking big holes there. Just where the plaster basically come away, and it looked absolutely awful. We haven't finished in there just yet. It's on hold for the minute because the customer isn't there. But later on down the line, there's a bit more to it. As you can see from there, crack going all the way up. A bit of a plaster bit missing there, and the wall is just in bad shape. But yeah, all of the other walls are in pretty good condition. This one here is pretty good. The customer wanted the doors off, so not an issue. We haven't actually started on this bit going down here yet, but we will be getting to that part as at some point. And it is that horrible, horrible wood chip wallpaper from like the 70s and 80s. Very massive back then, but now not. And I'm not too sure, but I believe this crack is caused from that wall, and they've got the wallpaper on holding it, but again, I'm not 100% too sure. But it looks like there was some kind of movement in that wall over time, and it's only the wallpaper holding it on, so God only knows when it comes to that what's going to happen. Yep, we've got the radiator in the way, but all of this is getting redone. New boards are going here, everything's all getting sanded. Depending on if the customer wants it sanded fully down or they just want it sanded and painted, we don't know yet, but there it is. Down there is the basement. I'll show you that on another video. Pointing now into the kitchen. Now that's just had, not in this video, but it has recently just been painted, so the customer is super happy with that. The bathroom needs to be done, but that's at a later point. And you can kind of just see where the wallpaper is starting to come off from the wall there as well. So a lot's been going on, a lot has happened and everything. And here, I don't know how well you can make it out, but it is kind of bowing in different kind of ways. So yeah, it's not the straightest or the flattest wall in the world and everything. So there we go. It is what it is, and you do what you can do. Now, here we come across a bit of a problem. Can you guess what it is? Oh yes, right here. So we was removing the wallpaper in this bedroom. I was up the ladder and I started to remove the paper. And what happened? Yep, as you can imagine, this piece right here, it's still got the paper on it, just one big chunk just fell away. It was so loose, it was unbelievable. I have no idea what anybody was doing, but I came along, started to take the wallpaper off because the customer didn't want the wallpaper, which is fine, but we've put a halt on this one for 1 minute until the actual landlord comes out and gets somebody to fully fix it. I was only there to take the wallpaper off, sand any walls down, repair any little cracks and paint it. But there we go. That I have no idea what happened there in that white big filler, but up there where I'm pointing to now, it doesn't look much, but believe you me, the bricks behind it are quite loose. So, and it's just massive gaps going all the way through. There has been movement in this building. If I haven't got it on camera, but if you look at the front and the back of the building, you can see two lots of movement. But overall, this room was almost completely done. Uh, but we put halt to it for 1 minute because there's so many cracks, so many problems with there. The landlord needs to sort it out. But apart from that, everywhere else is in very good condition. So we just started on the front room. We haven't finished the front room yet, but we will be going back there to finish it and going from there. So we've started in the front room underneath the window, and a lot of it come off in one pretty big chunk. Some of it in small little pieces, but there we go. So now it's just the kitchen. So this is after it was painted. Uh, as you can see, the customer's happy with it. One quick day. Some little problems along the way, but what do you expect? Uh, Whenever you do any kind of painting, I'm sure you always come across some kind of problem. And for me, it's just more above the kitchen cabinets. But everything got done. And these are just kind of photos as it was going along during the day. So if you like this content, please feel free to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think. More to come later on down the line. Thank you very much. Have a great day.